Okay, now come back. Come back.
I'm excited. Okay, well, intro. I'm Monica, and I love pens. Am I gonna crane my neck? I don't know, I'm excited. Okay, let me start off with the one that I don't have. I haven't used on a daily because I haven't ordered it, and also because I just gravitate towards other pens. So this is the first gel pen I'm going to show you guys. It's the Uni-ball Signo RTI. I don't know. I hope this zooms in. Can you guys see it? Okay, so you guys didn't see that? I'm sorry. This is a poorly made video. But yeah, so once again, this is called the Uni-ball Signo 0.38 millimeter pen. I think it says RT1 or RTI. RT1. So hopefully this has ink. I'm just gonna hopefully just, you know what? Let me just explain to you guys why these are my top 3 pens. It writes smooth. It's not so like rigid when I write, and it doesn't bleed through. And on top of that, it's one of those pens where it's like, it's just so simple. It looks sleek. It's like a simple black pen with a nice grip. The smaller, yeah, like let's take for example, this is like my favorite pen as well, only because the tip is so fine. It's so tiny. It's 0.25 millimeters, almost 0.2. But the thing is, the smaller the tip, the more rigid or the more difficult it is to write smoothly. And you're definitely, let's see, I will write for you. Smooth, but at the same time, it is a bit more difficult to write smoothly. Do you know what I mean? Just because the tip is smaller. Oh, I need a barf. No, not barf. Burp. For the most part, most of my pens, they function the same. Because I just like smooth, thin point gel pens for reals. But yeah, so this is another Uni-ball Signo pen. But this one has a cap on it, and it's like Uni-ball Signo DX. You know what's funny? Okay, think of these they're all under one umbrella. Like, think about like cars. So Honda, you have a Honda Civic, Honda Accord, Honda Fit, Honda blah blah blah. It's the same with pens or pen brands. You have a Uni-ball, you have the Signo DX, and you have the Uni-ball RT1, and you have a Uni-ball blah blah blah. So that's what I think it's pretty cool. So yeah, so out of all of these, I should say my favorite one is the Uni-ball Signo. What's this? Just regular Signo. I don't think it has anything. Oh, actually, look. So the thinner one has a different number. So this one is the 0.28 millimeter fine point black pen. This is my favorite out of all of them. Honestly, sorry guys. My favorite because it's black. It's simple. Like and it doesn't bleed, of course. And oh, just to let you guys know, all the Signo pens, when you put water on them, it doesn't bleed through. Like it just stays put. Unlike some pens where it bleeds. Like, what kind of pens bleed? Like, I know Mama has a pen that's like 1 millimeter, like the tip, and it bleeds. It's a rollerball pen. I think rollerball pens are very inky. That's why I don't gravitate towards those. I just like gel pens because I don't think they, you know, they're not messy looking when you spill shit on them. Thin. It's not super thin like the 0.25 one. And if you round it, it's like a 0.3 millimeter. And I think my favorite fine tip point is a 0.3 millimeter pen. Just because it's not super thick, super thick. I mean, 0.5 millimeter, you can find most of the pens that they sell on the market is like 0.5 millimeter and 0.7 millimeter, like at Staples, and 1.0 millimeter pens. You could find those at Staples. It's really rare that you would find a 0.38 millimeter pen or a 0.4 millimeter pen, whether it's gel or ballpoint. And I think at Staples, the only 0.38 millimeter pen that I've come across is the what is it? Oh, the Pilot gel pens. So, oh my god, this is like, okay. My sister has a set of these, and she likes them, or so I believe she likes them. See, the thing is, some of these are written DX and the other one is not, even though they're like the same tip and write the same. Oh, because the thing is, some of them have like markings on them, like Japanese markings on them, and the ones that have Japanese markings on them don't have the DX, but maybe that is DX but in Japanese. I hope it's in Japanese. I do not want to offend anyone, but yes, if I'm talking too fast, I'm sorry. Also, some of them have DX on them and some of them don't. I honestly think it's because some of them have the Japanese writing on them and the other ones don't. It also depends where you buy them. So I bought, so the first set I bought, like the first three, because this is like my second set of the same colors, but the first set, I hate this, but I'm gonna learn from this mistake. I look like I'm struggling, and I am. The first set, the first time I got these was from jetpens.com, and they all had DX on them, and then the second time I bought these was just, I think 2 years ago at Kinokuya in Little Tokyo in LA, and I'm not sure. I think the ones in Little Tokyo had the Japanese writings on it, and then the one on JetPens did not. But this one, I did get this at Little Tokyo, and it has DX on it. But once again, it doesn't matter. It's all of them write smoothly. They don't bleed through, and they're just, you know, they're really nice. So this one says Uni-ball Signo, and it doesn't have DX on it. It's a 0.28 millimeter one. Focus. And it has Japanese writings on it, whereas this one does not. But once again, they all write smoothly. Perry, fine tip, point, whatever. This one is a 0.38 one, and the one that I just showed you prior to that was the 0.28 one. And here are the differences in thickness. So, yeah, I do not think it's safe that I put my last name and first name on, whatever. So far, so good. I'm in the screen and I'm not blurry. Okay, cool. I bought this last year in May or June, and the writing on the package is no longer existent, except for the back. So these, my friends, are the, are you Bento or Pilot? Fuck. Oh, you're Pilot. The Pilot juice pens. I love these pens. And there's this, of course, 0.3 millimeter ones. On JetPens, they sell them for, they sell the 0.4 millimeter ones as well. The ones with 0.3 millimeters have, like, not good reviews because people suck. But I love these. They're very simple looking. You got like the black body-ish, and then the rubber part or the grip part gives you the color of the ink or the color of the pen. When I write with these, it's really smooth. I love it. The only issue I have with them is that the tip easily breaks, so I would notice that they're leaking in the bottom of the case. And yes, I don't like throwing the case away. I don't like transferring these pens. Like the set pens, I usually keep them in their case that they come with, just because I know it's, you know, it's visible. Like the colors are visible, and I'm like, if I do lose one, I would find it. I would try to find it, because if they're in the case, I would just, I don't know, it's just me. If I just put them in the pencil case and I lose one, number one, probably won't know what color I lost. And number two, like, I just won't be inclined to try finding it, you know. But it's like, you know, it's one of those things with me that just bothers me. If I don't have my set of pens, like, all together in a case, then I won't give a shit if I lost one. Therefore, I would end up buying another set of pens, which is not bad. But it's bad for my wallet and my credit score. I'm just gonna address it in this video. I have a bald spot. I have multiple bald spots because I'm stressed and I'm losing hair because I'm stressed. But that's not the main point. I'm just gonna address it. And also my pores are big because I had really bad acne. Okay, the barrels and how this pen is made was pretty cheap because if you like, you can't see it, but there's some scratches already on it. It just sounds cheap, but the quality is really great. I just really love these pens. Like, I love the grip. If I compare the Uni-ball to this pen, of course this is gonna look way sleeker. This one looks cheap. It just straight up looks cheap. For college students, or for any student really in high school as well, if you're really into color coding and like writing a lot, decorating your planner and shit, like, go ahead and buy the pen set. It's much more, like, I guess it's worth your money, especially if you just like looking at color. I love looking at color. I think it motivates me to write more just because, or decorate more because I just like seeing it. I love color coordinating, really, even with pens, you know. I just want to talk about ballpoint. So before discovering gel pens, I used ballpoint pens. They were just like eh, and up until now ballpoint pens to me are just like eh. But there's a really good ballpoint pen that I love. Like, this is what I use when I take notes on, like, when I, this is the pen that I use. It's thin, it looks okay. I mean, it's like whatever, but it's really, really smooth. If anything, this is like the smoothest pen compared to all my gel pens. This is way smoother than all my gel pens, and it's like 0.38 millimeters, which is great. It's more smooth than like 1 millimeter ones that you find at Get Staples. And this is the Jetstream, which one is it? Uni-ball Jetstream pen. Like, if I just need to quickly jot down a note here and there, like, it's seamless, like a foundation. This is great. I recommend this to those who prefer ballpoint pens. I don't know how much this retails for. A lot of these, I forgot how much these retails for, but I will look into it and I will let you guys know if you guys care. But I think for this one, okay, for ballpoint pens, I don't think when you put water on it or whatever, it doesn't bleed through, nor does it streak. So that's the thing though. So some pens, like, after you write with them and you like accidentally, they would, smear and it'll look disgusting, but most of these, they dry pretty fast. Perfect. Okay, so yeah, sorry if the page looks disgusting, sorry about that right there, that's gross. But yeah, so the last, the last three are the juice, no, the last three are the juice up 0.3 millimeter pens, as well as the last one is the Jetstream Uni-ball ballpoint pen. Did I say ballpoint pen? Yeah, this video is so long, but yeah, so those are my top 3 favorite gel pens and my top one favorite ballpoint pen. It's seamless, like a foundation.